Yeah, good people, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. George. Today we are going to share about the 4 myths about real estate in Uganda. The first one, there is a myth that the properties that are on sale are those ones which have maybe a signpost for sale, or the owners have come to you and told you, please get for me a buyer for this property. That is the first myth. The reality is that there are many properties whose owners have not decided to sell at that time, but you can approach them and tell them your interest. For example, for you, you are interested in buying this property and you would want to know whether they can give you an offer, so that you give a counter offer. Now, most of the time, the practice is that they will ask you, they will tell you, but we are not selling. Yes, it's okay. All I came to do is to find out if you are selling, if you can sell. If you can't sell, it's okay. But what we do as agents in the market, we avoid for such properties going to fathers, because our fathers are more conservative. They can withstand pressure of challenges in life. So they hardly want to sell a property even when they are in problems, and even when those challenges are pressing them, even if they are loans or sickness. So what do? We usually go to the mothers or the adult children. The adult children have a future. The mothers, they feel the pressure more than even the fathers, and even if they do, they cannot withstand like the fathers do. Most fathers, being the breadwinners, have a lot of character. There's that trait called character. So that is number one. That is the first myth. In reality, those are properties you can approach the owners and ask them to give the offer. The second myth about real estate in Uganda is the perception that where parents say, me, I have my land and I'm going to give my inheritance to my sons. That is usually the practice. My inheritance to my sons. Now, in that case, when they tell you that my inheritance to my sons, they have idle land there. Some of those sons are not even there because of rural-urban migration. They have migrated from the villages to urban areas, and the average age of a farmer in Uganda is 60 years. Even in Kenya is 60 years. If you look at Netherlands, that's about 40 years. So because these people have migrated, the land remains there as an idle asset, no production. So what are we? No production. And NSSF, recently, NSSF gave a very disturbing report that most of the retirees, what they are doing, they are buying land or constructing or doing renovating their house, meaning they are not putting money more into perhaps starting a venture that will bring them an income. Instead, they are taking their capital into buying land, construction, or renovation. So what is the way forward? What is the way forward as a reality? What people should do is that they are now condominiums. They are now condominiums or flats, where somebody can buy a flat as a condominium, and then you will be staying there with your family in town, because you are fearing to stay in the village as a family. And the reason you are giving for staying in town is that there are good schools in urban areas. There is a better medical facilities in urban areas, and at the same time you interact or you network with many people. It's okay. So buy a condominium. Then if you want to practice your cultivation, agriculture, there are areas around Kampala also which you can. And I'm addressing Kampala Metropolitan. Kampala Metropolitan being Kampala wa Kisumu Mukono. You can lease land in Luweero, for example. In Luweero, you can lease land for 2 seasons. That is a year. They charge 800. But there are those who even charge a year 400. There are those who charge even a year 600 to lease. Now, if you think Luweero is a bit slightly on the higher side, Nakasongola is cheaper. Even Nakaseke is cheaper. Kayunga is also cheaper than Luweero. Please, for the one who is still staying on this channel, I want to request you to subscribe so that we can continue providing you such videos. The third myth that is in Uganda about real estate is where people have this perception that I will buy a plot, build a bungalow for my home, and then after constructing, perhaps securing loans, constructing, finishing, I buy another plot elsewhere and build another bungalow rentals in order to generate rental income. That is a myth. Now, construction has evolved. So what people are advising is you can buy a plot and emphasize more on location, where that plot is. Should be in a good location. Then you have 2 options. The first option is you build the foundation and the ground floor. Then you stay in the ground floor. If you get more money, you build second floor, first floor or second floor or third floor or fourth floor, depending on how your pocket is, such that you can rent down or choose to rent up, and then you can also put tenants, or depending on the location, or you can put tenants on the same flat. That is one option. Another option, the second option could be you buy slightly bigger plot, giving you very good location, and then on that plot you subdivide part of it, where you stay in one part of the plot, and then you have another part of the plot where you can develop your structures to generate you rental income. And I'm emphasizing, so it does not make sense for you to go and buy a plot way inside. And I'll give an example. For example, if anyone who has been to Kololo or Naguru, because we have so many clients in Kololo, we have so many clients in Naguru. If you've entered some of those old houses, some even still have a bathtub. Now, a bathtub was the in thing then when they were building. But now, jacuzzi is what people are rushing for. So the plots, those houses, old houses in Kololo, they lost a bit of the ambience, the modernity of the jacuzzi, because they even still have, some of them still have the old showers. So they lost the ambience of the modern showers, but they still retain the location. So location, very important. Number 4, there is a perception that if I have to buy my plot, I have to buy it in Kampala or Kampala Metropolitan. When I say Kampala Metropolitan, I mean Kampala, Wakiso, Mukono, within that area. Yet, that is the myth people still have. So they are still buying in Kampala. What they don't know is that you can buy a plot, for example, the areas, you can even buy a plot in Busia, Kumi, Soroti, and I'll give an example, just around here, Kampala Metropolitan, behind Coca-Cola, there's an area there called Chiwanga, which is a residential area behind Coca-Cola. That Chiwanga, a 50 by 100 is between 45 million and 55 million. That's a 50 by 100. The same plot 50 by 100. The same plot, in fact, more. You can get it in Kumi. You can get the same plot in Busia at about 30 million, and still construct your rentals, 30 million or less, still construct your rentals, and then you'll be able to generate the money that the people in Chwanga are generating. Chwanga, that same plot, a rental house, double room, is about, double room self-contained, double room NC is about 300,000, 350,000. You can still get the same. And moreover, in places like Kumi, the demand is high because there are few. And there are people here who have left here, maybe they have been given transfers by banks, by NGOs, by other institutions. They are used to the designs here, they are used to the ambience of the design of houses here, and they will need to have the same ambience up country, which you are not providing. Besides, even the maintenance costs, up country, it is fairly secure. So you may not even need a caretaker in some instances. Here you may need even a caretaker and a night guard. Up country you may not even need a caretaker. You may not even need a night guard. Now, juxtapose that with here, Kampala, where, and this one, I'll be honest with you, even up country, they are not as strict. The local authorities are not as strict as cases here on land rates. They are not, even URA is not strict. It's not, URA always expects taxes from them, but it's not as strict as they are when they are here. So that one, we have finished that one now. So the next thing is, please, if you've not subscribed on this channel, I request you to subscribe on the channel, because we need to be bringing you more. We need to be bringing you more videos on this. Thank you very much.